Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards and see what's in store with a message from Spirit. Okay, this week, Wisdom of Gaia, feeling this huge pull to the energetics of Mother Earth this week. So I think that deck was a pretty fitting choice. How are you all doing? How was your weekend? What was the energy like for you? I'm so curious. Last week was such a powerful, expressive week. I'm curious to see what the energy is this week. Definitely curious. All right, so I'm going to give these a good shuffle. I do want to invite you to check out the podcast. It's a really good one. It's a really interesting podcast about end of times and end time prophecies and return of Christ. So you can check that out here on YouTube or on any of your favorite audio platforms. And if you haven't heard it yet, it's called the Jeanette Biro Podcast. But let's dive into today's message. Okay, Spirit, what do we have? Oh, very interesting. Yes, huge energetics of the land. So they're showing me the energy of what some cultures call white buffalo woman. Also, this very sacred land, guardians of the land type energy is what I'm feeling coming through. A shake-up energy in the land that doesn't mean earthquakes right away is not what that's not what I'm getting at, but this reemergence of the land. Let me just see a little bit more what this is. Oh, interesting. So they're saying as you stabilize your energy with everything we went through last week, right? So significant for us as people. As we stabilize our energy and we start to focus on, what our purpose is or our role, where we have an effect, we we channel that energy into the earth and the earth responds. That's why there's this shake up energy from the earth. The earth this week is really responding to our energetic input and interaction last week. Because think about it, we're walking on the earth all day. We are constantly emitting our frequencies into the earth, and now the earth is responding. So let's see what the cards have to share. No wonder they wanted me to use this deck. All right, let's see. Okay, so I really think we're dealing with with Mother Earth specifically, that soul energy. So what does Mother Earth want us to know? She's saying rejuvenation and recalibration. Okay, so the messages this week, really interesting. First one we have is soft mist, which says trust your intuition. So this is definitely a week to really tune into that intuitive sense, whether that be for your own personal life, whether that be in your communications with Mother Earth and what you're noticing. But it's really about tuning into that inner central column of energy that is you, that heartbeat, that soul rhythm, that thing we've been talking about since last week. Trust your intuition. Tune into that intuitive, ethereal, mystical self. Be willing to go in there. And when you go in there, we have the card Velvety Moss, which is be compassionate. Be compassionate with what you see within you, because when you give yourself compassion, you give the world compassion. And it's so true. If we're willing to show ourselves compassion and not judge, we judge others less. And then that energy, that kind of really angled energy, when I see judgment energy, it's not fluid like this, it's angles. It's really like pokey. And we don't want to send that energy out in the world. We want to send out this compassionate energy. And we can still have boundaries with compassion. So, compassion doesn't mean you say yes to everything. Compassion means we still have boundaries, but we're willing to have that softness that we have to really have with us first to really gain access to this intuitive sense of self. Do you remember on Friday we had the card harden heart, and it was like, don't harden the heart. This is kind of that energy of like, stay soft, stay compassionate, and in that you can discover so much more. Okay. In that, we have the laughing light card, and this says, laugh and be joyful. In this energy, you can find this beautiful joy energy. And look at this kind of color combinations we have this week, this green, earthy energy. And so it's like if you're willing to move in and explore your intuitive sense of self, walk into those mists, right? Almost like the mists of Avalon. If you're willing to go in there with your intuitive self lit up, right? And you act and tread gently and carefully and compassionately, you have the capacity this week to bring out so much laughter, so much love, um, so much joy into your energy this week. There's something very transformative, and it's again, it's that Mother Earth response to the energetics and everything that you transformed last week, right? Mother Earth feels it. I'm going to pull one more card here. Okay, what else do we have? This is cool. Another green one. Okay, this is daylight. Trust your path. What do we talk about? The path of least resistance last week. We cleared out so much stuff, and now trust your path. Look at this. This is amazing. And look how this soft mist card is inviting you. It's like beckoning you into that misty energy. And when you go in there and you trust your intuition enough, then your path becomes more clear. I think this is so beautiful. What a gentle welcoming into this week. This beautiful energy of greenery, of Mother Earth, of nourishing energetics, which lead us to laughter, love, light energy. This week really seems like it's going to be kind of like a pick me up kind of week. I think this is so beautiful. I'm so excited. All right. I will leave that with all of you for now. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. If you do want to purchase your own deck, either this one or the Awakening Avalon deck, there is a link in the description box below. As well, if you're new to Oracle cards, I have also created a How to Read Oracle Cards course, which you can get at Avalon Spirit as well. So thank you so much, as always, for joining me, everyone. Check out the podcast today, and I will see you all tomorrow.